I thought surviving was the end of it. I was wrong. Because the truth came back for all of us. The lies. The hatred. The curse they said lived in my blood. One confession changed everything. One choice shattered a family forever. And I had to decide. Do I forgive or finally walk away free? I opened my eyes to a quiet, empty street. My heart still raced from the chaos of yesterday. Daniel held my hand tightly, never letting go. I promise, I'll never leave your side, he whispered. I nodded, tears spilling freely down my cheeks. We had survived danger, but the storm was far from over. Back at home, tension had built like a volcano. Daniel's mother still lay in the hospital, bitter and unyielding. His sister Jedica was consumed with fear and regret. She hadn't expected her plan to backfire so badly. The very men she hired had turned her lies against her. I watched silently, knowing justice had its way. Daniel's mother refused to speak to anyone for hours. Her pride and hatred had left her silent and weak. Daniel knelt beside her, voice steady but firm. Mother, you can fight me or bless our love, he said. She glared, tears threatening to fall, but words stuck in her throat. I saw a moment of doubt flicker in her eyes. Meanwhile, Daniel's sister approached me cautiously. Her pride had crumbled, and her anger seemed empty now. I was wrong, she said, voice trembling. I stayed quiet, letting her regret speak louder than words. I should never have doubted you, or him, she admitted. Tears blurred her vision as she looked at me sincerely. I took a deep breath, forgiving her silently. I forgive you, I said softly, my heart feeling lighter. Her relief was visible, like a weight had lifted. Daniel stood beside me, pride and love shining in his eyes. Together, nothing can break us, he whispered. I nodded, feeling his heartbeat align with mine. Weeks passed, and life slowly returned to a fragile normal. Daniel's mother remained distant but was no longer openly cruel. Jedica became our unexpected ally, helping in small ways. I learned that sometimes, love needs patience more than force. Every smile, every small gesture counted like gold. Daniel and I began to dream about our future again. The wedding preparations were small but filled with joy. We laughed, took pictures, and shared secrets. For the first time, I felt truly accepted, even if not fully. Daniel helped me navigate every little obstacle carefully. Even his mother's silence became easier to bear. I discovered the power of quiet, steadfast love. But peace was fragile, always on the edge of breaking. I knew hatred didn't disappear overnight, it just hid. Daniel held my hand, sensing my unspoken fear. You saved me as much as I saved you, he said softly. I smiled, tears of relief streaming down my face. We had survived the impossible, together. Then came the final confrontation I never expected. His mother, fragile but fierce, approached me in private. Her eyes softened, and I could see a glimmer of remorse. I judged too quickly, she said quietly. Her voice trembled, revealing a woman torn by pride. I see now that you are not your father, she admitted. I felt a rush of emotions, relief, sadness, and hope. I did what I thought was right, she continued. But love is stronger than blood. For the first time, I felt her hand brush against mine kindly. It was small, but it meant the world. Daniel smiled, seeing the peace I longed for in her eyes. The wedding day finally arrived, sunlight spilling over the town. My dress flowed like a dream, Daniel's eyes never leaving mine. Even in the crowd, I felt the presence of everyone who mattered. His ceremony was simple, yet filled with raw emotion. Daniel whispered, "Nothing can touch us now." I smiled, knowing he meant it with every heartbeat. Even his mother watched quietly, a small nod of acceptance. I realized love could change even the hardest hearts. And forgiveness could heal wounds we never thought possible. I stood next to Daniel, feeling the warmth of truth. I had faced hatred, betrayal, and fear, yet survived. All because love was stronger than anything else. Jedica approached me at last, tears streaming freely. I was wrong, she whispered. I'm sorry for everything. I hugged her tightly, letting go of all resentment. Daniel's mother finally smiled faintly, a moment I'll never forget. It was imperfect, but it was real, and it mattered. I felt the weight of the past finally lifting off me. I looked at Daniel, and he at me, unspoken promises in our eyes. We had survived storms that would have broken anyone else. And now, nothing could steal our happiness. I realized my father's sin did not define me. I was stronger, kinder, and full of love. And in that moment, I knew I was finally free. Your past does not define your future. Love, courage, and integrity do. Will you let others' hatred shape your life, or will you rise above it? Sometimes the hardest battles bring the greatest love. Will you choose love over fear? End of episode 3. They said my blood was cursed. That love would never choose me. That hatred would always win. But if you've watched this far, you already know the truth. This story isn't just about me. It's about every person judged for something they never chose. If this story touched you, share it. Someone out there needs this reminder tonight. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the story, give us a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. Hit the notification bell to stay updated. And check out our playlist for more. Your support means everything to us.